Say hi, Holstein. Say hi.
So to start off my home tour, I thought it would be really nice to make a warm beverage, and I just decided to make a hot chocolate. And I just love to have a warm drink at night in the evenings after supper, and I just love this little Santa mug. It just makes it that much more nicer to enjoy a warm drink when it's in a really cute cup. I don't know if that's just me or you guys notice that too, but I just love this little Santa cup. And then I just thought I would add some whipped cream as a treat. And then I got these little candy cane sprinkles from Winners. And I thought they were so cute, and they just add a nice little festive touch for the holiday season. I thought I would start the home tour off just at the front porch. I did showcase this in a video where I decorated the whole front porch, so if you haven't seen that yet, I encourage you to go watch that video, and then you can just see the whole process of how I did decorate this space. But I just love how it looks, and I just love those traditional red colors. And then this is how it looks at night, and I just have it set to a timer, so it's so nice when I come home in the evening and it's just on, and it's so welcoming. And I just really enjoy having this porch all decorated for Christmas. And I just think it's so nice also when you have visitors, just to have a nice welcoming front porch. And we didn't actually add any lights to the front of our house in terms of on the house. We just have it on the porch here. So in the windows though, I did add some candles, and I think they just give that nice touch. And I was trying to find icicles, but for some reason all of the stores around here were sold out. So hopefully I have better luck next year, but I think the front porch just looks really pretty, and I'm just loving how everything turned out. I would love to know in the comments if you guys put lights on your house or if you decorate your front porch, because I know everybody's so different, and I know it does take some time and work, and if you don't do it on a nice day, it's hard to feel motivated to do it. But I am just curious, so just leave a comment letting me know if you do put lights on your house for Christmas. When you first enter our house, we just have this little bench off to the side, and I love to decorate this seasonally just with throw pillows or blankets. And as you can see, little Holstein does love this space. He likes to sit up here often if I'm cleaning or decorating in this room. And I just had added a faux fur rug to this bench, and I think it just adds that really nice Christmassy touch. And then I also just added a tree, and that Hello Winter sign is just so pretty, and I think it will be nice just to carry through for the whole winter season. Moving on to my front entryway table, this is one of my favorite pieces just because it was from my mom, and we always had it in our house growing up, so it holds a lot of special memories for me. My mom did go to be with Jesus 4 years ago, so this time of year is very bittersweet for our family because we miss her so much, and even though it's been 4 years, it does feel like yesterday. So I know what it's like for anyone that is experiencing heartache or loss at Christmas. It just makes the feelings that much more stronger, the grief and the loss, just because you long to share those holidays with the people you love most. So I just love having a piece of her and something that she really loved in the house. And then on that table, I do have this beautiful church, and that's also one of my favorite pieces because we always go to church at Christmas and year round. So I really love that. And then just above our powder room, we do have this little swag, and I added this wreath. And that wreath is also from my mom, so I really love that too. So this is our little powder room when you do walk into the house. It's just off to the right, and I did decorate this for Christmas just because it's the guest bathroom. When people come over, this is the one they use the most, so I wanted to carry that traditional Christmas feeling in this space, and I thought it turned out really cute. I love the little gnomes in there, the little Christmas trees, and I really like this display cabinet just because you can decorate it seasonally, and I just think it adds a really cute touch to the space. And then moving over to the sink area, I just added a festive towel, and then I just also added a little tree, some bath soap, and a candle. And then I just have my warmer going all the time, and I just like for this to smell really nice and look really pretty for our guests and also for ourselves, although me and Chris tend not to use this one as much. I really love how this little vignette turned out. I just think it's so simple but so cute, just using those natural wood elements, the greens and the whites. And this is just a little display stand I've had for quite a long time, I think 5 or 6 years. I got it from Winners, and I just think it's super cute. It fits in the space really well, and I also like to decorate this for the seasons, but I think this is one of my favorite little cozy corners. This lamp is also one of my favorites. This was a purchase from my dad, and he got that at Costco. And it is meant to be an outdoor lamp, but I just think it's too beautiful, and the winters are too harsh in Canada that I just didn't want to put it outside. So it just stays in the house and I get to enjoy it. And then this table, I also really like how it turned out. It's very neutral, but I just think it's really simple and elegant and pretty. And I love using mirrored trays in my decor. I just think they add that glam touch, and they just make the space just look really nice. And when you put decor on a tray, I just feel like it anchors a space and just makes it look more put together. And then you can just see that winter painting I added to the bottom, and I just think it's so cozy and welcoming. So moving on to our living room, this is also another favorite space, and we like to enjoy a warm drink or just to sit here and read a book just by the fireplace in the winter. And I just think it turned out so cozy, and I just love all the natural wood elements mixed in with the glam, and I just think it works really well together. My decor essentially that I like to use year round is more of those neutral colors and wood tones, and I think you can make it look really pretty and just really special. Even though you're not using those traditional colors, you can still make it look really festive for the season. So I was really happy with how everything turned out, and I just think the Christmas tree is my favorite. I just love those flock trees, although I find they do make quite a mess. So if you don't want to vacuum all the time, it's probably best not to get one of those. But I just really like how everything turned out in this room. I didn't film how I decorated this table behind the couch, but I basically just added a garland to it, and then I just took ribbons that I had used throughout the house and just incorporated them into the garland. And then that sign underneath the table, the Silent Night sign, that was a purchase from Michael's last year. And then that little toboggan, I actually got that at the used store this year, and I think it was only $1. So I really like how that turned out. And then moving on to the dining room, I did show you my tablescape in here, and I've just been loving having this all decorated for Christmas. And I did decide to light my lights on my centerpiece, and I've had this for about a week and a half now, and to me it still looks beautiful. Nothing's dying or wilting or fading, so it was a great investment for only $25. And if you just missed it and keep that foam wet, it will last for quite a while. So that's been a really nice piece to enjoy when we're having dinner down here. I did decide to add some more of those traditional reds to this space, whereas in the living room it is more glam and rustic and white. But I just was really missing that traditional red just because we use that so much growing up. So I just thought I would incorporate it into this space, and I think it turned out really pretty. And as you can see from the kitchen, I did tie in the red in that space also. So everything flows together really nicely. And this is just the view when I am standing in my kitchen. I can see my dining room and my living room. Everything is open concept, which I really like. And I just really think the kitchen turned out super cute, and I think the wreaths hanging up are what really makes the kitchen look so cozy and festive. This is how my kitchen counter looks, and I did add quite a few things to the space. So I know some people really like a clean surface and not to have a lot of things on their counter when they're cleaning or prepping, but I've always been someone who likes to put a lot of things on my counter space. So this look isn't for everyone, but it's something that I really enjoy, and I've just loved coming here in the morning or even in the evening to cook supper. It just makes it so much more enjoyable when you have a pretty space to cook or clean in, I find. So I'm just really enjoying how everything looks. So leading up my stairs to the loft, I just have this table, and I just put a garland on here and then added some silver mesh and lots of picks from Dollar Tree. And I just wanted it to be very neutral. It just kind of ties in with the living room downstairs. And then I love those beautiful bells. That was from Michael's, as well as this really pretty gold wreath. So I just think it looks really rustic and pretty. So this is our upstairs loft. This is where we spend the majority of our time. We've been really enjoying watching Christmas movies in here. I think I've watched all the classics already, so it might be time to start round 2 and watch them all over again. But I've also been enjoying the Hallmark and the Netflix Christmas movies. And there's Holstein. That's his favorite spot to sit. He's always on the top of the couch. He likes to be on top of all the pillows. So we've just been really enjoying this loft space and just the coziness of everything. And it is a nice time of the year just to reflect and relax and just be with the ones you love. So it's been really nice just to have the space and have our home all decorated so we can just enjoy the time spent with family and friends now. So again, I just want to say thank you so much to all of you. I appreciate you all so much. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. And if you are new to my channel, I would love it if you would subscribe. But if you are one of my subscribers, thank you so much. And I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Take care, friends. God bless. Hi sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're all here from my 2022 Christmas home tour. As you can see, this video is dedicated to my mama in heaven. I love her so much, and I know my whole family misses her so much, and I really wanted to dedicate this video to her because I know she would be so proud of me and my channel. She was always so proud of everything I did. And because she is such an important person in my life, I wanted you to all see her. So I know she would be so happy. I'm sharing my porch right now. I love how it turned out. I think it looks even more beautiful in the evening with all the lights on. And I'm so grateful to my husband who put up all of our lights in our home this year. And I really think the porch just looks so magical leading into the house. I'm so happy you're all here today for my home tour. I'm going to leave each of my videos where I decorated every space individually in my description box in case you did miss any of them. And there's sweet little Holstein. He'd be the first one you see when I open the door, and I think he's just the sweetest. He really is the love of our lives, and he brings us so much happiness. And then the first thing you really do see when you step into the space is our beautiful console table. This was my mom's, so it's really special to me. And I've kept it really simple on top of the console table, but I think it looks really warm and cozy and really sets the tone for the whole house. I think my favorite piece on the console table is the Sleep in Heavenly Peace sign. I love the simplicity of it. That was a purchase from Walmart this year. I think it was around $9.97. And then I really love how the mirror turned out. It looks so simplistic but elegant in my opinion. I just swagged some garland above it, added a big red bow, and then took some fishing line and hung these really pretty snowflakes from the mirror. If you're looking for a really inexpensive idea to use on one of your mirrors, I would say this is a great one. You just need the fishing line and then just some snowflakes, and I know Dollarama does sell them also. On my little coat hanger here, I have this basket. I filled it with some simple greenery and then some gold stems just to tie in the gold and green theme that I'm really using. And then on this little bench, I love how it turned out with the Santa picture, the wreath, and then on our bench I kept it really warm and cozy with some pillows, a fur throw, and then I love this little basket I have with some slippers for guests when they come over. This is our little powder room bath. I did get that signed from Michael's. I think it was in the spring. I love it so much. I added a wreath, and then the wreath hanger says Merry Christmas. I love to hang wreaths in my home. And then moving over to this little area, I have this beautiful Let It Snow sign, and I wanted to keep it quite simple here. I added a lot of things that I already had on hand. I think my favorite piece on here is this little vintage ornament with the rocking horse on it. And I also really like the ambiance that candle gives off. This adorable little house was a purchase from Michael's last year, but I did see it again this year. I took one of my little tea light candles and added it to the inside, and I feel like it gives off such a warm glow and really makes the space feel cozy when guests walk in the front door. And I really love how this bottom shelf turned out. I used these two pretty birds, and I think using birds in the winter just adds that natural element to the space. And as you can see, everything is really cohesive. I'm loving the reds, the golds, and lots of ambiance from all the lights. Moving into the main area of our house, everything is very open concept. This lamp post was actually a gift from my dad and his wife. I think it's gorgeous. It was from Costco. It is meant for outside, but I just think it's too beautiful to keep outside in our harsh winters. And I think this area turned out so pretty. The calm and bright sign was from HomeSense this year, I believe, and a lot of the other decor I already had on hand. And I think one of my biggest things that I always love to have is candles going. I feel like it adds so much, especially in the evenings in the winter when it gets dark so early. I always turn off my main lights and I just have the cozy glow from all my twinkle lights and candles, and it really does make it feel special and Christmassy. Moving into our main living area, like I said, it is all open concept, so the kitchen, dining room, and living room are all one big room, which I really do love. This tree was one of my favorite things this year. I feel like it's so full and big. I think it's almost 7 feet tall, actually maybe 6.5. And I really wanted to keep it super simplistic on this tree. So what I did was add a lot of these beaded garlands. They were from Walmart. I think a pack was $2.97. And I love the vintage feel that it brings to the space. Right beside the tree, I have this gorgeous IKEA stand. I love adding decor in here for each season. I have this joy sign, which I really love, as well as these really cozy flickering flameless candles. Moving over to the mantle, I really wanted that to be the focal point in this room, so I tended to focus a lot of my decor and do my ribbon work on this piece. I love the banner as well as the stockings. I think it looks so perfect and really gives that vintage old-time feel that I was going for. Something about burlap and red as well as the green Christmas trees really make me feel nostalgic. And I love these really pretty lanterns from Michael's. I added some red trees from Walmart as well as a flameless flickering candle. Decorating my mantle is definitely one of my favorite areas in the home. I feel like this really adds so much warmth to the space, and I'm so grateful that we do have this fireplace to be able to sit in front of on those cozy winter nights, and it definitely does give off a lot of warmth, which is so nice. And moving over to my bookshelves, I definitely did keep it more simple on these because I really wanted the focus to be on the mantle, like I said. So I did find this really cute Santa at Michael's. I think I bought him last year and it was 70% off. And this big sleigh was actually from a thrift store. I think it was only $2.99. And then moving on to the next shelf, I did buy these boxes from Walmart. I think they were $9.97, but I love using boxes in my Christmas decor to really fill in space. And I do feel like they add that really rustic, cozy Christmas touch. Moving over to our other bookshelf, I did keep it very similar to the other one with the reds and greens and wood tones. One of my favorite finds this year was this bell from HomeSense. It looks really worn and old. It was made to look that way, but I just love it. That wooden snowflake was from Michael's last year, and I can actually use that in the winter season, not just for Christmas, which I love. And then this snow globe is one of my all-time favorite pieces. I got this many years ago, and again, I think it looks so beautiful and magical with the snow falling, and there's something about birds that I just find so beautiful. I basically mimicked the same shelf on the other side as this side, and I did buy these flameless flickering long candles from Amazon, and I love how they look. They almost flicker and look really realistic, especially from afar. So that's one of my favorite Amazon finds, and then I added some pine cones just to the bottom shelf. This little corner can be tricky to decorate. I just have an ottoman in it, and I placed some really cozy pillows. That vintage looking Santa pillow was from Michael's many years ago, but I did see one similar this year. And then on my little farmhouse stool, I kept it again really simple with a tree and some candles. And there's little Holstein sitting on the couch. I thought he was so precious. He just had supper, so his tummy was full, and he was just enjoying the cozy warmth of this room. And on this tray, I always have a little tray sitting on this big ottoman here. I have a candle, a sparkly tree, and then I just wrap some wooden beads around this tray to give it more of a rustic feel. So there's my sleepy little boy. That's how he spends most of his evenings, and he just got this cute little bandana, this Christmas one. We went to a little store close to us, and I thought it was too adorable, so I had that on his collar, and he was just fighting off sleep, but I knew he was just so cozy and comfy on this pillow. Let me know in the comments which area of this room is your favorite. I would love to hear from you all. So moving over to our kitchen, I'm going to give you an overview how this space looks and ties in with the dining room and the living room. I'm so glad that I did decide to go with those traditional colors this year, because it really does feel like Christmases from when I was younger. And this closed with the Christmas balls was such an easy way to bring in some color. I then took a wreath and added it to the bottom. And this really cute mini poinsettia that was sparkled with gold sparkle spray was from my sister, because my mom every year did buy us a poinsettia, so that's super special to me. I'm so glad that I decided to add these little mini wreaths to the back of my bar stools. I think they look absolutely adorable. On my island here for my settings, I used some plates that I actually got from Zehrs, I think last year. And then these placemats are from Dollar Tree, and they were only $1.50. I think they're so beautiful and really fit the theme of the room. As you can see on the cabinets, I did hang some wreaths, and then I also hung a wooden garland just at the top there, and I think it adds that really pretty rustic vintage touch that I was going for. In this little corner here, I added this holiday cookie cookbook. I thought it was adorable for this holidays, and then I also took some cinnamon sticks and wrapped that in a ribbon. Moving over to the stove, I love having a kettle on the stove in the winter and at Christmas. I feel like it's so cozy and festive. And it's also easy to have your decor on a little tray. That way when you're cooking, it's easy to just move it right off the stove. My little coffee station is also another one of my favorite areas. I think it's so nice coming down in the morning and having the lights going. I added some hot chocolate and apple cider packets right beside the coffee maker. And then I also have some of my favorite Christmas mugs displayed on this mug holder. I really feel like the kitchen is the heart of the home. It's where we spend a lot of our time. So I really did try to make it feel really cozy and Christmassy in this space. This bakery sign is just perfect for a kitchen. And then of course you need some candy canes and some peppermint bark. So I did set up that little sweet treat stand. And then I didn't show this little tray in my kitchen decorate with me, but I did get this from Walmart and a lot of the decor in here from Walmart. And I love having this little 3-tier tray here. I think it adds a lot and it really looks like Christmas to me. Let me know in the comments what you guys are doing for Christmas. I have heard from some of you that you're hosting and some of you may be going away for Christmas, but I can't believe it's 2 weeks away, less than 2 weeks now actually. I just can't believe it. I feel like November flew by and now December is as well. So I'm super excited. I'm trying to plan out the menu. We are having my in-laws over, so trying to figure out what we're gonna make. I think I'm gonna go traditional with a turkey and a ham and then mashed potatoes, stuffing. So I'm super excited for that. But let me know what you guys are doing if you haven't already. And then I just have this sofa table. Again, I kept it really simple. And moving into the dining room, I think this is one of my favorite spaces in the home. I love it. To me, it looks so beautiful. And I love how these hanging ornaments look. I feel like it really makes the room. If you did miss a video on how I hung these, I did just take fishing line and I strung the fishing line on the chandelier, and it almost makes the ornaments look like they're floating, and I really feel like it gives that charming look to the dining room. The table setting is also very simplistic and something that anyone can do. I added a dough bowl and then I filled it with some greenery, some Christmas balls, and then I did add these vintage looking ribbons. And I think the LED candles that are flickering really add a lot to the space, as well as my beautiful plates that I did get from Dollar Tree. I would love it if you would take the time to give this video a like. And then I did want to say I'm going to include some really cute pictures of Holstein at the end when he was a baby. I thought it would be really fun to do that and show you how sweet he was when he was little, because my sister owns his mom and dad, so he's been in my life since he was born. I met him a few days after he was born. So I thought it would be really special to show you some cute little pictures of when he was just a puppy. So stay tuned all the way till the end of the video for those. Moving over to my banister here, I did want to add some garland to it just to brighten up the space a little bit. So I took one of my garlands from Michael's, added a red bow, and then I love how my landing turned out. I'm so glad I decided to add a little bit of Christmas decor here, because you can see the space from downstairs as well as when you're up in the loft. So I think it really ties in the whole house together. And I did keep it simple, but I feel like it does make a statement and really does say Christmas. Moving up into my loft, this is where we spend the majority of our evenings watching movies and playing board games. I love this cozy space, and I know Holstein does as well. He loves to lounge here in the evenings. So like I said, stay tuned for Holstein's pictures, but until the next video, friends, I am so grateful for each and every one of you, and I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. And I do plan on posting another video this week, so stay tuned. God bless. Hi sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here for our Christmas 2023 home tour. I absolutely love how everything turned out, and I thought we would start on the porch. It's a snowy and cold day here in Canada, so it feels very fitting to do our Christmas home tour today. I always love having pots on my porch, and I typically add a bow from Dollar Tree just because the elements are quite harsh here. And I got this tree off Marketplace, and I got all these ornaments from Dollar Tree. Just the golds and reds are my absolute favorite. This sleigh was from my dad, so I filled it with some greenery, and I have a little joy mat as well as a little wagon, and to me it's very simple and rustic, but just so festive. I love how welcoming our home looks, especially in the evenings, but before I get to the inside, I am collabing with a special friend on today's video, so I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
Hey sweet friends, my name is Angie and welcome to the Bumblebee Farmhouse. I'd love to thank my super sweet and darling friend Rebekahsharonfraser from her channel, Rebekahsharon Home Decor, for collaborating with me here today for our Christmas home tours of 2023. Rebekah and I have been friends on this platform here for a little bit over a year, and she is such a sweet, kind-hearted, and down-to-earth person. She has a beautiful home with impeccable taste. Her home decorating never fails. She is truly a beautiful person inside and out, and I am so blessed to be able to call you my friend. Let's not also forget how adorable little Holstein is. And like Rebekah's channel, you'll find lots of home decor and homemaking here at the Bumblebee Farmhouse. I love decorating for all seasons. There's also homemaking, cooking, baking, gardening, and you'll find some beauty on my channel as well. And if you love puppies, you'll love Archie and Benny here on my channel. So I hope you'll all decide to come on over to the Bumblebee Farmhouse and join my YouTube family, where you are always welcome. Thank you for collaborating with me today, Rebekah. I love you, and I can't wait to see your home for this holiday season.
I know you guys are going to love Angie, so be sure to tell her that I sent you over, but we're going to move on to the inside. I love how our entryway turned out for Christmas. It truly feels so traditional, and I'm loving these black lampshades. If you've watched my videos before, you would have seen that I have white ones, and I decided to switch it up this year and add the black, and I feel like it makes such a difference and really changes the look of the whole room. Off to the left of this table, I do have a coat rack here. I've hung a scarf and some skates. And then on the other side, I have this little seating area. I love this big poinsettia wreath that I added with the twinkle lights. And Holstein's my little puppy. He's going to be 6 in April. I can't believe it. He's definitely the love of our lives, and he loves to sit on all the cozy blankets. So I just love this little area. It truly feels so Christmassy. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you buy stocking stuffers for your pets or presents. I always love buying Holstein a few things for Christmas, so I'm on the hunt for some gifts for him. But on our powder room door, I have this gorgeous wreath with some bells. I love how festive it looks. And then moving on to my 3-tier stand, I really wanted to keep using those greens and golds. This Letters to Santa box is one of my favorites this year, and that was from Michael. I did purchase this little bell from a thrift store, and then someone told me it's an old Avon perfume bottle, and I looked, and sure enough on the bottom it is. Actually, I think a few of you had said that, so I thought that was so neat. I had no idea. And moving on to the second shelf, I have these figure skates here. Definitely brings back memories of when we were younger and would go skating as a family. And on the last shelf, I kept it really simple with this deer and the pop of red with the wreath. I typically always add a few holiday touches to our little powder room off the entryway, just because it is the bathroom that all of our guests use, and I feel like it ties in the rest of the house. This carpet is my favorite, and on this cabinet I did keep it quite simple. This little wreath with the bow is one of my favorites. I did have a different wreath here, but I felt like it was a little bit too large for the space, so I swapped it out. You guys will have to let me know if you do that with your decor, always changing it up. And then these little light up houses bring a pop of color to this dark cabinet. This little area by the sink is definitely my favorite. I love the Christmas tree towel as well as the bell. And then I wanted to share this gorgeous candle that my friend gifted to me. I think it's so pretty. I love the Christmas trees and the curly wick. I'm definitely not going to burn it. It's just going to be for decor purposes, but I think it's truly so beautiful and I thought it was such a thoughtful gift. On the wall, I have this all is calm, all is bright sign. And then on our little magazine rack, I decided to put the night before Christmas. I thought it was the perfect little Christmas touch. Moving down our hallway, I do have this really pretty table that I got off Facebook Marketplace. And this is another area that I really love to decorate just because it is so neutral. And I really wanted to keep incorporating those golds and rich reds as well as the very realistic greenery this year. So I love this deer. It's in a velvet color. I got it from HomeSense, which is basically like a TJ Maxx. And on the bottom, I did want to add a few simple touches. So I have this basket. I filled it with a Santa pillow. And then I have a few trees down here, as well as this gorgeous snow globe of Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus. And there's something so magical about snow globes at Christmas. So once you're past the hallway, you do go into our living room, dining room, and kitchen. Everything's very open concept, which I do love. It makes the space feel a little bit bigger than maybe it is. So Holstein's just snacking on the couch. I thought I would show this adorable little clip. He loves being on all the fluffy blankets and pillows. You'll have to let me know if your pet's the same. He's been like that since he was a baby, and I just think it's so adorable. If you've watched my Christmas decorating videos for this year, you would have seen that I was contemplating whether or not I should deck this tree out with Christmas balls and ribbon, but I ultimately decided to keep it really simple. I did add this gorgeous French horn. My sister gifted it to me. I thought it was very vintage and elegant, so I tied that on with some satin string. But we're going to move over to the mantle now, and I'll show you all the touches that I added to that as well as the bookcases. I purchased this oval mirror this year and it really changed the look of the space. I knew that I wanted the mantle to have lots of different textures and colors, and this Christmas tree sign is my absolute favorite. That was from HomeSense, and I think it's a perfect addition to the mantle and ties everything in together so well. This year especially, I was really wanting to use those traditional colors. Nothing says Christmas to me like the gorgeous greens and reds and golds, and I love the addition of this plaid ribbon. Moving over to our bookshelves, I did get these from IKEA. They're really inexpensive. I would love to someday have built-in shelves, but that is so expensive, so I'm gonna make do with these. And I added this really pretty nativity scene. Jesus is definitely the reason for the season, so I love having this displayed. I've mentioned in a previous video that sometimes I do struggle with decorating the bookshelves. I want them to look full but not too full, so it can be really hard finding that balance for me. But I love all the touches that I did add. This tree plate is probably one of my favorites this year, and I love that I can carry this into my winter decorating also. A lot of you have asked in the past where I got this cozy flickering candle. It's from Cozines. I wish I could link it for you all, but I love this and I have two of them. I kind of use them throughout the year. But moving over to our second bookshelf, some things I did keep the same, but I also wanted to switch it up a bit, and I absolutely love this marble bell with the stars. It's a very heavy piece, but it's so pretty for the Christmas season. And I have this really gorgeous arched picture frame that I got this year. I told you guys I was going to add a picture of Holstein. So this one is so cute. He's wearing his little antler ears on the porch, and I think this was from last year. An easy way to make your house feel super cozy is adding lots of flameless flickering candles. There's so many options on Amazon, and I feel like they make all the difference in your decorating. But I have this really gorgeous Saturday evening post picture with that really pretty frame. My dad was actually getting rid of this, and I said, I'll take it. I knew it would be perfect for Christmas decorating, but you can kind of see the whole layout of the room here and how the couch is just full of pillows and blankets. I wanted to feel really cozy and welcoming, and you can see Holstein's half on the pillow and half off. I thought that was too funny. I do love adding a tray to our ottoman. I had this gorgeous sleigh that I thrifted. I filled it with some greenery and a candle. And these two little birds are so adorable. This year we are hosting my family as well as my husband. So I was so excited to get the house feeling very cozy and welcoming for all of our guests this Christmas season. I don't think you guys have seen my sofa table yet. I did want to kind of keep it simple, so I added this gorgeous garland as well as some twinkle lights. I did add some really pretty Christmas balls in as well as these wooden trees. I really wanted to incorporate that plaid ribbon, just a little bit of it into each room to make everything flow together really nicely. So I love the top of this table. On the bottom, I did add this toboggan, and then I have these little wooden houses. I added candles to them, and they give off such a pretty glow. Moving into our dining room, I think this has to be my favorite room that I've decorated this year, probably because of the trees and the new mirror that I added. I love how it reflects the light of the tree from the living room, and I really wanted to create a beautiful tablescape on this buffet with this really pretty church I have that lights up, as well as all these kind of bottle brush trees and sparkly trees. I thought it was a perfect place to kind of showcase all these more breakable items and pieces that I truly love. I would love to hear in the comments what some of your favorite Christmas traditions are. On Christmas Eve, we always go to church, and then we have a dinner, and then Christmas Day, it's spent with family. So much to look forward to, but I would love to hear some of your traditions in the comments. Moving over to the tablescape, I wanted to do something a little bit different this year, so I took two table runners and layered those together. And then on top, I added a lot of Christmas balls and pine cones, as well as these two pretty deer from Michael's. These deer plates I've had for a few years now. They have a slight speckled pattern, and then I got this brassy gold charger from Dollar Tree, and then the velvet green placemats tie in so well with the reds and the golds. I think it all flows together so beautifully, and I love that the ribbon on the chairs matches a ribbon on the mirror. In the back corner of this room, I do have the "Oh, come let us adore him" sign. That was from Walmart, and I've seen it again this year in case you're looking for it. And then I have a little Santa, but we're going to move on to the kitchen now. I love how I added these little wreaths to the back of my bar stools. It definitely makes them feel a little bit more festive, and I think they're the cutest touch. I think the island is my favorite spot in the kitchen just because this tray turned out so pretty. This tree I got from a little store called Jillian's, and some friends that have come over have commented if this is real or not because it does look so realistic, but it is artificial, and I just think that little mistletoe tea towel adds such a nice touch. And I always love to have a Bath & Body Works candle going, and I did use these winter plates again that I used in the living room into the kitchen just to kind of keep things very cohesive, and I love the added touch of the pine cone and bell. This Believe sign above my microwave was from Michael's. I love it in that brassy gold color. I wanted to keep the counters a little bit simpler this year just because I intend to do quite a bit more baking, but I love this little corner. It has a sign, "Sleep in Heavenly Peace," as well as these gold candlesticks. And on the stove, I added this really pretty light up church. It has snowflakes on the top, and I love all the light that it reflects. this little corner turned out so festive. I wanted to tie in those green velvet placemats that I used in the dining room, as well as the island to this area. So I think it ties in together so well, and I love the pops of red. I wanted to show you guys my first Christmas card I got this year. It's a Charlie Brown Christmas from my friend Mindy, and you'll have to tell me in the comments if you look forward to getting Christmas cards as well. I just love to display them throughout my home, and I always get so excited when one arrives. I'm so grateful that you decided to stop by and spend some time with us. I love how our home turned out this year, and I still have the whole upstairs to decorate, so you guys will have to stay tuned for that. But I truly am so grateful for each and every one of you, and I'm going to include some clips of how everything looks in the evening. But until the next video, take care. God bless.
It's December again, I can't believe it. Whatever happened to the rest of